What does it actually mean to write a song in 2026? Is it sitting at a piano, working through chords, or is it collaborating in a studio with other writers? Or is it typing a sentence into AI and pressing generate? That is the question driving this episode. Tools like Suno can now create full song lyrics, vocals, production in seconds. So, where does that leave songwriters? The podcast is part of our Practices Research project, meaning I'm not just discussing these ideas, I'm exploring them through making, experimenting, and conversation. To help unpack this, I'm joined by songwriter and producer Mark Tindal. Mark, how you doing?
Hi mate, I'm doing good, how are you?
Very good, man. Do you want to just tell me a little bit what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I grew up playing in like little rock and metal bands. Fell in love with the act of writing and recording music.
Yep.
So as I grew up, I needed to get a real job, which was terrifying. And I went down the route of trying to record and produce for other bands. Luckily, that went quite successful. I now work with a multitude of local artists and stuff. It's pretty cool. I produce, track, mix, edit, master, and I also run songwriting sessions. So I might be able to help out here.
What does a songwriter actually do?
Okay, cool. So I think that this question, there's an easy answer and a complicated one.
Yeah.
So your songwriter would be the person who creates the song, right? That's the easy version.
Uh-huh.
The complicated version is, what do you define as a song?
Yeah.
And for me, what I would want from that is I would find something that connects me to what the human experience, essentially. Mm-hmm. And I would try to expel that and put it into something that is not only enjoyable to listen to, but easy to connect to.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So be that through, like, you can do that instrumentally as well.
Yeah.
You know, you're creating mood and emotion through sound.
Yeah.
And trying to, in my opinion, connect with other humans, essentially.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah, there's not the most amount of community left in the world.
Yeah.
But music fans and people who like the same thing, that joins us in a way. And I think a songwriter, they create that.
It's all about the ideas you bring together, like in a group setting when writing songs, like the emotions and ideas, not kind of thing that make the actual song.
Absolutely.
Last week, I experimented with the application Suno. I typed in a short prompt, and within seconds, it generated the full song. So here's the question. If a song can be created instantly, what happens to the process that you just described?
For me, it completely destroys it. Mm-hmm. I don't think that what I fell in love with, which was songwriting, I don't think it lends itself to that process.
Right.
So what I was talking about earlier about trying to connect with other people, right?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I would hear a song and I would hear someone going through something in the song, and I would recognize it and be like, those feelings and those thoughts, I have had them. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was the only person in the world who had them. I was quite concerned at some points.
Yeah.
But hearing this song has made me realize I'm just the same as other people. You know, other people get through things. It's like a light at the end of the tunnel. All of that stuff is important to me.
Yeah.
If you use Suno and just hit like a prompt into it and you get a song out, it can sound like a song, which is fine. But back to my original answer of what is a song, just because it sounds like music, to me, that's not what I would class as what the art of songwriting is.
It's not just another tool on a software, it's a completely other different thing.
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that there's an argument of like, technically an electric guitar is clean until you use a distortion pedal.
Yeah.
You know,
but this isn't really the same thing.
But you still need to come up with the initial idea.
Yeah.
You still need to spend the 10,000 hours getting good at playing the guitar to then alter the sound to create the thing that's in your head.
Yeah.
With these applications, you're not creating the thing that's in your head. You're rolling a dice and randomly generating something and deciding on the spot if you like it or not.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, not the core element of what writing songs are.
People may make the excuse of like it being like a time saver, and if they need something on time for a project, or if a release date is coming up, they're like, I need a song quick and I don't have any ideas on me. Let's type it into Suno and see what it gives me.
Yeah, and like the time saver thing, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm going to sound pretentious here, right? And I don't mean to be, because I love all music, right?
Yep.
I'm going to give you an example, and it's going to be ridiculous.
Okay.
Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus is not something that you can emotionally connect with, and it makes me feel part of the human experience. But I'm going to argue it is.
Right.
If you actually listen to the song and what the lyrics are and how that's been created, that is someone with an anxiety to leave their small town and move on to bigger and better things, right?
Yeah.
And when they get there, these little things, mostly in this thing, it's songs, connect that person to feeling like they're okay and that they're comforted by that thing.
Right.
Yes, it's a bop and it is designed to just be enjoyable, but it also could make someone feel in that moment, oh, I'm planning this big move and I'm nervous about it. Then they hear that song and they go, you know what, I'll be fine. Moving's great. Like, how fun is that, you know?
You can connect with it.
Exactly. So the time saver thing, yes, but like, again, what are you writing the song for?
Yeah.
Because if there is no intention behind the song, then yeah, you could just batter anything onto a record, but then why are we even coming up with lyrics in the first place? If any randomly generated words will do, then why do people spend weeks, months going over verses going, it's just not capturing the, you know, like, it's intent based. So yes, you could save time, but are you then making art? And are you making music to make art, or are you making music to try and gain success?
Yeah.
But can you gain success without like connecting to someone? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So yes, it could save time, but is that good?
Well, that kind of brings me on to the next thing. So, I mean, later on I'm going to show you a little example of an AI song.
Sure.
But it might be like kind of a personal thing about the actual songwriting thing. I don't think most people who don't do music actually care who wrote the song or what the lyrics are about. They just like the sound of the song. They like a catchy chorus sometimes. I'm not saying everyone, but there is a band on Spotify that has hundreds of thousands of listeners, and maybe that's evidence to think people actually don't care about the songwriting process. They don't care about what the lyrics mean. They just like a good catchy song.
Sure.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's where my pretentious brain comes in. But I'll put it in a different way, right? I see that the same as painting, right? So if it's an art form, what the painter was painting and why, and the emotions that they felt and the reason that they did the things and what they're trying to convey with their piece of art might be held kind of sacred to them.
Yeah.
And someone else might just look at it and go, that's gorgeous or harrowing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they can just enjoy it without meaning.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean the meaning was never there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
And I believe on a subconscious level, even if people don't care, right? And just want to hear the nice catchy song, that's cool, but just chuck on some elevator music then. You know? Like if that's what you're into, that's cool. I think I'm coming from someone who has dedicated their life to the love of music.
Yeah.
And my perspective is 100% coming from people who really do care about this thing. It's okay if you just like the catchy chorus.
Yeah.
That's fine. My mum loves the catchy chorus. Nothing wrong with my mum.
Yep.
But I do believe that even her, who is not paying attention, if she heard the right song with the right lyric at the right moment, it would work. It would connect.
Yeah, just click.
The perfect example. There is two moments in life that songs are most prevalent. Your first dance and your funeral. Okay. We use music to describe the love that we feel and the loss that we feel. Yeah. Because no other medium works for it.
Yeah.
Can't AI generate that?
I know, that's the thing as well. It's almost, it kind of stops there then. There's like, is there kind of like a barrier to where it can kind of go then? It can go mainstream, but it can't actually affect people's... Like, you wouldn't play an AI-generated song at a wedding then.
That's the whole point of what these songs are written for. If it's a wedding song, for example, you find a song that you and your partner both love so much that describes your relationship. You have no idea who the songwriter was.
Yeah.
Importantly, you probably don't care who the songwriter was.
Yeah.
You still just like the song, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But the song itself is doing so much talking for your relationship, for your emotions, for your state. Could you imagine just putting a bit of a bop on at your wedding? Yes, some people would do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's what people expect.
No.
I don't. It's just for me. I don't think that's the thing. You know,
people expect this great big song, don't they? They just want a big moment for it. You know.
Yeah, and like, can an AI prompt
capture that?
Yeah, I've never heard with the AI songs that I have heard in the past. Most of the time, it's not that they're upbeat, but they're like a bit cliche.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It's like, yeah, what you want to hear, kind of
Yeah,
thing, you know?
and that kind of comes into what you were saying about, like, if people just like a catchy chorus, you can kind of just hear it and go, yeah, that's a song.
Yeah.
But I've never heard one so far that I'm like, holy, I'm not going to use that word. You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard one that I've went, oh my God, like,
No.
Whereas I have songs that I'm like, play that at me at my funeral. Like, I know that song describes what I want to be remembered for. You know, I have that song banked.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
Yeah.
I just don't think the prompt could explain
Yeah.
how I want to be remembered for eternity.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's too intense.
It feels wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's too
Asking
intense.
a robot,
It's too much. And
that human connection, like, always kind of prevails, doesn't it?
for me,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it really is. It is pretentious to be like, oh, it has to be connection. It has to be. But for me, that's what I fell in love with.
Yeah.
So I have a biased standpoint, but I stand by my biased standpoint.
So here's things get a bit more like complicated, and I kind of want to talk about the ethics of AI.
Sure.
So if I typed a prompt in AI and it generates a song, who actually wrote the song? Is it the person writing the prompt, developers who built the system, or is it the artist whose music trained the actual AI systems?
That's an excellent point, because I don't know of many artists who signed up for that.
Exactly. That's why there's a massive ethics problem with it. There's no consent forms. There's no permission.
It's
you know?
it's a modernized version of plagiarism.
Exactly.
Like, it's plagiarism, but from so many different sources that you can't quite pinpoint.
You can't pinpoint it. Yeah.
And so, but like in like research papers and in university work and stuff, plagiarism, they run it through a plagiarism checker and everything.
Yep.
Because that is not on to take someone else's work and claim it to be your own.
Yep.
That is the AI model for music. It's
exactly
not
what it's
coming up with original ideas. It's taking from other people's original idea and melding it with another.
Yeah.
And I don't like the ethical thing of that.
It's there's a lot of potholes in it. There's like, you don't know what's actually going to happen to you. Like, it could be 10 years down the line. If you use an AI song in your portfolio, you release a song. Who knows what happens in 10 years? You know, there might be new T's and C's come out saying, you can't do that, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Or something. Or people might actually sue you, the artists might sue you who you typed the prompts into. Because I didn't sign up for you to use my inspiration, my voice on this song. And it's like, some artists I can name is like, there's like Drake and The Weeknd and all that stuff. Like, they've totally ripped off the voices in some of these songs. And it's like, it doesn't sit right with me, and it doesn't sit right with most people.
You know what? On that point as well, I read a thing and it freaked me out, right?
Yeah.
This is a bit, but you know, you choose to keep it in if you like. Someone once described a thing as, if you say you typed in a prompt, you got your song, you then licensed that for some kind of sync, right? And it was used for something.
Yeah.
And that thing was always related to that. Because the copyright, technically, they're still within, I think they're still working on how to figure out the copyright.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right? So anyone else could use that song for anything.
Yeah.
I seen a protest thing online where it was like, if AI generated music makes it into sync, then people are going to sync that AI generated song, because the copyright is fine, to horrific, horrible things, to associate that song with these horrible things, which would associate the whatever company that used that for this thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that also goes to show that there are people out there who are not cool with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't condone.
Yeah.
I don't condone.
Yeah.
Horrible's horrible. But just what I mean is, like, to do that, it seems to me that the tool would be used to bypass paying an artist. Yeah. That's really where I've started to think.
Skipping the money aspect of things, I think. Yeah. And the thing is as well, there's a lot of like cultural things going on with it as well. Like, see if you, I don't know, you can run into problems asking it to create something quite niche, like African-inspired jazz or something like that, right? Sure. But you could come under quite a lot of fire though, and you know, you could release that and be like, listen, that isn't correct, you know, but it's like, oh, it wasn't me, it was the AI. Yeah. Do you know? So,
well, that's it. The in certain forms of music, it is quite literally culture based, right?
Yeah.
So could it be considered a form of cultural appropriation to then generate that? I mean, like, for one, right? I'm going completely off topic. Well, not off topic, but like off my top of my head, right?
Yeah.
I have absolutely no knowledge of jazz.
Yeah.
Right? I really don't. I believe that what jazz is an expression and an enjoyment of music theory. Right? I think you need the theory to be able to speak the language, to be able to hear what's being played and to be able to hear what's not being played.
Yeah.
And you place it together and you go, oh my God, this is incredible, right?
Yeah.
If I generate an AI song with zero knowledge of how to create good jazz music,
Yeah.
I'm quite literally taking the 10,000 hours away from these poor artists who pour their soul into it, who are 10 times more talented, 10 times better than me, have put the work in, and I'm sitting lazy with a bag of Doritos just typing in words. If I get more streams, if I get more notoriety than them,
Yeah.
my moral code can't handle that.
Yeah.
I don't deserve that. It's that I think the world is unfair enough as is.
Yeah.
I think this just is, again, it's taking away from people who have dedicated their life to something they feel passionate about.
Yeah, it's taken a lot away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's one of the massive kind of problems with it. It's just total ethics of it. It's just they've just threw it out and they've just said, "Do what you want with it? We'll figure stuff out later." Do you know, ethics wise, and then you might come under a bit of trouble, but that's not our problem. Do you know?
I mean, it's scary though, man. Like,
it's really bad.
You're right, because I mean, you don't know. I mean, like, they're still working on the legislation of it, right?
That's it.
What if I was to just be like, oh, you know what? I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I've got a songwriting session. I'm just gonna blast something in Suno and then rip it off, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I did that. If it ever comes around that you can trace that, I mean, I know that there's things that you can pull images in, and it can tell you how much of it was AI generated on a percentage.
Yeah,
thing,
that's
right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, 60% of this is AI. So you can tell maybe the initial idea was AI generated and they've redrawn it, but you can still see that it was AI.
It's from AI, yeah.
If that kicks in and I take money to help write these songs and take a percentage split and everything like that, and down the line it comes out that I've just ripped something off that's actually not my property at all.
Yeah.
What is my value there? What did I do? Why did you give me money? Or did I just rob you?
Yeah.
Do you know what
exactly,
I mean?
You'd probably owe money, like something like debt-wise or something.
Yeah,
like that,
I mean, it's a horrible...
Or they'd sue you, like the bands that you work with or something.
Of course.
You could just...
And they'd be willing to, because what's the reason you would come to me in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
For what I, as a songwriter, loosely can do, right?
Yeah.
I want to help out and help do these things. If you come to me for that service and I just generate it and give you whatever, and claim it was me and don't tell you, that's a breach of trust.
Yeah.
It's a breach of agreement. It's everything. You owe me nothing. I've literally robbed you blind.
Yeah, there's so many money aspects as well, because then you could get money from PRS as well for like songwriting credits.
Yeah.
And then, do you know, how does that work? Do they take that money away from you? Do you know, there's so much ways that you can
I
get.
have no idea, and I'm
Exactly.
scared of it, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, I know. So if AI tools can generate songs instantly, it kind of lowers the barrier to entry massively. Do you know, like, you could class yourself as a songwriter, because who would know, really, right now, if you genuinely just went to Suno, like you said, and typed in a prompt and said, oh, I wrote a song for you, and it sounds cool, do you want it? Do you know? And it's just like, I feel as though anyone can do it now.
Yeah.
Because there's no skill gap now. There's no way to actually tell if it's an AI song.
Yeah, sure.
If you're just showing it to them, you know. It's actually scary. It's really
that
bad.
is terrifying.
So-
And again, the bigger point of what you're saying there for me, where you're saying like it lowers the barrier, you're totally right. It does, but it's so difficult to be able to say, can you class someone as a songwriter because they generated an AI song?
Yeah.
Like, no, because the reality. I mean, you're right. You can't tell when they just show you it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not a good idea for these people to do that, because I'm going to get you in a room one day, not personally, just people like me.
Yes.
Will get you in a room and be like, I actually loved what you did on this song. Can you break it down?
Is that?
Can you show me how you made those drums? Oh, what samples did you use? Is it a live kit? What microphones did you use on the kit? I love the sound of this kick drum. I'd love to be able to recreate that. Can you teach me so that I can further my knowledge as a recording engineer? And they're going to go,
What? Yeah. Exactly.
And then everyone's going to go, oh, so you're a fraud.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
as soon as you're dubbed a fraud, can you get back from that?
Don't think so. You're always going to be the one. Is the guy who used AI to create music.
Exactly.
That's
and
it.
then, are you then digging yourself a hole in your career? Mm-hmm. Like, can you get past that?
So do we need songwriters in the same way anymore? I'm kind of asked myself that question a lot recently. So if I go to a professional songwriter and he's got lots of experience and writes great songs for great people, there's no way of knowing if he actually used Suno or not. Do you know, there's a lot of trust now that's actually kind of like embedded into the actual job now.
Yeah.
And there's just so much ethics and so much things surrounding this that could make it so much more difficult to actually class yourself as a songwriter and actually get really famous for.
What you're saying there essentially is like it's already taking jobs away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if someone's whole thing, I know people who don't actually run the DAW itself and do all of that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rick Rubin's an amazing version of this, right? As
Yep.
a producer, he does not run a DAW. He doesn't work in that. He doesn't play instruments. Just has an ear and goes, that's not quite right. Can we change that? Can you try that? Can you make it simpler? Can you do? That's what he's been known for, and people have loved his productions for years, right? He's like one of the biggest names in it. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Does that job need to exist anymore?
Yeah.
If Suno is good enough.
Yeah.
I still believe that it isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a personal thing that, like...
Of course, yeah.
But you're right. The fact that there's now doubt, like you yourself are a musician.
Yeah.
And you've just told me that you have doubt in going to someone to help write better music
Yeah.
because you don't know whether you can trust that individual anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's scary because in this scenario, we don't even know this individual, but we already have to say, well, they might be doing this. And the only reason we're saying they might be doing it is because other people are doing it.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
that is the issue.
Exactly, and it affects everyone. It's
Yeah.
so bad. Yeah.
Terrifying.
So it feels like songwriters are kind of disappearing and the roles kind of shifting from creating everything to shaping and selecting and getting ideas. So it brings on to the next question is like, can AI actually be creative though? Because if it's only using ideas from other musicians that it's stealing, can it actually create something like fully original by itself?
Sure. Ooh, it's a difficult one. I want to say no, but maybe it can. It depends on what creativity you can. It depends on what you can describe as creativity.
Yeah.
So I know that I grew up in like rock and metal, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
One of the biggest bands at the moment is like Sleep Token. You probably know.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Their creativity to me is that they have blended like pop, rap, trap music with like metal.
Yeah.
Right? And by the blending of those genres, it's quite creative and new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So their creativity is a mixing pot, but the mixing pot is then processed through human beings,
Yeah.
which makes it creative. If Suno or AI in general, let's not take the one company.
Yeah.
I hate them all equally. If they're just taking from multiple different genres, could that be considered creativity? I mean, I don't know.
If it's mixing things, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, is that a form of creativity to pull from so many different influences?
Yeah.
I mean, as humans, we are inspired by everything. There's a quote that says, good artists borrow, great artists steal.
Yeah.
It's, you find something and you go, I love that. I'm going to try my take on that. And you change it ever so slightly and it becomes what your little spin on it. But then it's not that you're stealing that thing.
Yeah.
Because you then, say it's a guitar riff. Right,
Yeah.
There's a really famous one. Foxy Lady is the same as a Black Sabbath riff, right? I don't
right,
know which
right.
one it is.
Yeah.
But they've taken that chord and they've went, it's that. And then he's went, oh, I'm going to make it minor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, they've done that. But then Ozzy Osbourne then didn't write the lyrics. Foxy Lady over the top of it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they made it their own. They made it minor. They made it different. They used that as a pot. So I don't know the ins and outs of whether that's creative or not.
Yeah. So is creativity basically shared between the human and the machine then? Like, you can technically say that because like, if people are using inspiration from, as you said, that Foxy Lady and Black Sabbath riff, like, what's the difference between AI taking inspiration from an actual artist and doing the same thing? Is it like,
back
that's
to the
wrong?
moral grey area?
Do you know, that's it. But it's like, is that wrong? Because we do it as humans, but it's a machine, so it shouldn't do it.
I think that is where I get trapped.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
it's difficult. Yeah.
Because it's exactly that. It is humankind for me to listen to music, find something I love, go and see a band live, watch them and go, oh my God, that last thing that they did, the big outro that they did, I love that. I would love to implement that into my work, right? And I'm inspired by them, not ripping them off.
Yeah.
But the issue is, without my asking them for consent of whether I can be inspired for them, I think most artists want to inspire other people.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of an underlying thing that it's okay.
Yeah.
But you're right. There's a difficult line there.
Yeah.
So I don't think that. Here's the thing. I don't think that Suno in itself is not creative, because it is creating songs. Yeah. Right? It's just the intent behind it that I have the issue with.
Yeah.
Because I don't, well, not that I don't know, I do know. I do know that the generated lyrics, even if you give it the best prompt in the world, it's a horrible sob story about your poor auntie who had a bad day. Yeah. Right? And it writes the perfect song about your auntie's bad day, right?
Yeah.
To me, that still hurts, because I think your auntie deserved you to write it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think that you're just covering a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
And then you're just claiming it's yours. And then I guarantee there will be people out there who are like, check this song I wrote. And they'll try and get the pride that we spoke about earlier from this thing, right? And they might get it, because people might be like, you know what, that's actually really good. Because they might not know. But I couldn't sleep at night. Yeah. Because I'd know I didn't write that.
Yeah, it's like, think yourself a fraud.
Yeah,
you know?
and whether or not that's, Suno is creative in itself. Sorry, but it's creative in the wrong way. Yeah, it's not doing it for the right reason.
It isn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. As I said, there's so many potholes in it. Yeah, they don't actually know what it is and what its intentions are. It's just this one big thing. It's a bit of a mess right now. So yeah. But making this podcast has actually changed how I think about this topic. So, testing AI tools like Suno showed how quickly music can now be produced. But this conversation highlights something different. Songwriting isn't just about generating a song, it's about meaning, the context, and the collaboration of it. So, the real question is, will AI replace songwriters? But what kind of songwriter does a future need? Mark, final thoughts? Where do you kind of see this going then?
Okay, there has been technological advancements in the past that were phenomenal. Yeah. That got left behind. Or at least updated, you know? Yeah. And personally, I think if people like me exist, and I believe people like you as well, and the artists that I work with, I sit with them in a room and they pour their heart out, and then we pick up any form of instrument in the room. It can be anything. It can be a piano, a guitar, it could be a drum. Yeah. For Christ's sake. And they pour themselves into this thing and care about it so much in the hope that 10 people will listen to it and say they did a good job, and it will validate their emotions and their feelings, right? That's what songs are for me. That's what I care about. Yeah. I don't believe that Suno is going to go anywhere because they've put so much money into the development of it. Yeah. But I do believe that people will figure it out, you know? And again, it's just me, but like, for example, if they put in some legislation where the money goes to the Suno company, right? Yeah. Is anyone going to do it? No. Is anyone going to do it? Is anyone going to AI generate music to make zero money from it and do nothing? Yeah, I know. And like nothing at all. And are the people who need a soundtrack for their movie, are they going to AI generate the movie when they have to pay the exact same amount of money that they would pay to a person who they could not just give a prompt to, but give like general feedback and like, can you just turn just that snare hit just down a little bit, and see with this, can you lend this to the story a little bit more, just change the vocal just this line, but only this line. Yeah. If they're paying the same money, do you think they're going to want the human, or do you think they're just going to do the AI? Yeah. I think it's fully based in money, and I think if the money ends up going to the company that creates the AI, which in my opinion would be the AI company's dream.
Yeah, I think that's the final kind of thing in it.
The final boss, isn't it? Like, if we can just get everyone using this, then we'll claim that we deserve all the money. Yeah. Then we'll rake it in, and they'll get nothing. Yeah. And I think that would be the kind of thing we'd stand against.
Yeah.
I originally touched, I think that it is not people being stupid listening to AI music, right? You can make a bop. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not disputing it at all. But I think if you educate people on it, on what it's doing, to the industry, what it's doing to the artists, the people that are working in it. I know, for example, you have poured a lot of your time, a lot of your years into being able to write something in the hope, probably, that even one person at a show nods their head and has a smile.
Yeah.
Right? That's all you care about.
That's all that matters.
Right?
Uh-huh.
If you tell someone, I'm using my mum in this a lot, but if you tell my mum, yes, that song was cool, but it was created, and this song was created by this person. If I told her the story of what you've done versus what the other thing has done, she's going to back you.
Yeah.
Because once again, it all comes back to community, right? We make music to feel like we're connected.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be connected to the machines. I'm connected enough to my phone.
Yeah.
And I hate it. So I see it as, in the future, in a hopeful utopia, I think we'll educate people enough to say, look, people dedicate their lives to this.
Yeah.
And this is hurting those people. I believe people are good enough inherently to then go, okay, I want to go back to supporting the people.
Yeah. Surely.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah. Absolutely, Mark. Yeah. So AI is what's
you're going to make me listen to a really good AI song and change my mind now.
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I was just about to go into that there. So yeah, I'm going to show you a little AI song and then see what your thoughts are. But, yeah. Okay, Mark. So here's the song. The band is called The Velvet Sundown and it's called Dust on the Wind. Tell me your thoughts.
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found. Rivers run red, the drums roll slow. Tell me, brother, where do we go? Raise your hand, don't look away. Sing out loud, make them pay. March for peace, not for pride. Let that flag turn.
So far, my opinion, it's catchy.
It's all right. It's a couple of weird things, but keep going. I've got a theory, that's why.
Okay.
And a solo.
Interesting, huh? Tell me your thoughts on that, Mark.
Okay, cool. So the reality is, it's a song,
Yeah.
and it's clearly within a style. The sound of the instruments, the sound of the mix, sound of production, fine. Vocals still sound a little bit generated. I think it's the reverb.
Yeah, you can kind of tell, can't you?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I feel like I would be able to guess it was AI.
Yeah.
That's me being a dork.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my god honest thoughts, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There are note choices in certain instruments that I'm like, nah. And the lyric sucks.
Yeah.
That was a list.
Yeah.
Like, I could not tell you what that song was about, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. Like, it was not, if someone wrote that, cool, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But my first thing would be like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Should we go back to the old drawing board there? I found that a lot of the lyrics were what I would call cliche phrases.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
too predictable, isn't it?
Yeah. What was the story?
Yeah, I couldn't even follow it. I was like...
I have no idea. Like, now again, as a song, fine. Like, totally fine. The solo, weird, because for me, a solo is an extension. Like, a guitar solo is an extension of the vocal. It's like the guitar is now going to tell the story.
Yeah.
I feel like that was generated notes in the key.
Yeah.
Or a bad guitarist. But if AI is good at everything,
Yeah.
it didn't... It's not comfortably numb, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the vocal, the main tell for me is the lyrics, right? It's always very list driven. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
100%. Like, Smoke on the Wind, that's definitely a thing that I've heard. They're like, dust on the rain, blah, da, da, da. Like, the melody is fine. But I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, it's weird to follow.
Apparently the flag was turning.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I can understand if you just wanted a kind of country-influenced song,
Yeah.
cool. Like, you could play that to someone who doesn't want to listen to the story and doesn't care. And they'd go, yeah, total fine.
Yeah.
But for me, the bits that would make me care were missing.
Yeah.
But
That's the difference between musicians and people who don't really play music as well, though, isn't it? It's
yeah, and that's the nightmare is like, as I said, it's not bad.
yeah.
What a terrible sentence I'm about to say. If I was producing it, I'd go, we're not done yet, because it's not hitting the things that I would want, you know?
Yeah.
That guitar solo, I don't know how AI works, right? Can you then go into that and be like, hey, make the solo better and prompt that?
Or like
and
change that to
I don't
this?
know how that does that.
Yeah,
I do know if there's someone playing a guitar, I could go, no.
Yeah.
No, I need some bends. Not a single bend, by the way. Some slides. I was impressed by the slides. Didn't think they could do that.
Yeah.
No bends. Terrible. But yeah, for me, there's nothing wrong with the song. I can see that my mum would think it was cool.
Yeah.
Which hurts.
It's unfortunate.
And
yeah.
the vocals as a thing, I think they're the biggest tell.
Yeah.
Both the sound of them and the lyrical content.
It's a little bit glitchy, isn't it? It's like
there's something
it's like you can do and it hits
goes
the
to
high
a
notes.
high note.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
Can you shake it?
kind of
It's like,
sounds
oh.
like it splits into almost like a fundamental and a harmonic.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know how it's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
So it's not perfect, but then we're still in the infancy.
Yeah.
So it's only going to get better.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just the start of AI, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Which is scary.
it's really scary.
The joy, the horrible that I got from that was that I was like, yeah, I mean, fair enough, cool.
Yeah.
It's a song, sure.
Yeah.
But the joy I get from this whole thing is that what I've said prior to listening to that, I still feel makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't feel.
There's no like
There is no reason for me to ever listen to that again.
well, there you go.
There's no replay value. I'm not going to show anyone and go, oh man, I heard this song the other day, right? And the pre-chorus lyric just like filled me with warmth, and you should wait until this little thing, and like, oh, at the end, here's another thing, the vocals are in tune, like in tune.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes nice to have a little bit of a wobble.
Yeah,
you
a
know,
little bit
like
of wobble, yeah.
a little
Uh-huh.
voice break.
Not so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amsterdam by Nothing But Thieves.
Yeah.
There's a bit where he's like, so I held my head up against the wall. There's like an over, and his
Yeah.
voice just, oh my God. Every time in the car, full volume.
Back it right
You know what I
up,
mean?
yeah. Uh-huh.
I love it for the imperfect.
Yeah. That's what matters. That's what makes it human though as well.
Yeah, and I feel like it was too, here is a list of commonly known phrases
Let's put them together.
with an auto-tuned voice. Perfectly in key. The acoustic guitar also did sound kind of weird.
yeah, it was
The plucky stuff's
really
weird.
twangy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like
weird.
ding, ding, ding.
yeah.
It sounds like when you play an acoustic guitar on a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah. Which is probably what it's doing as well. It's
Probably.
weird.
Yeah. Whereas for me, like if I was ever recording an acoustic guitar, it's only mics, never even the DI, just
Yeah.
microphones. Because I want it to sound like my ears hearing it in a room, because that's what's making me feel something.
Absolutely.
But again, you're right. The fear is there because if someone who wasn't as into this as I am
Yeah.
heard that, they would go, yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
And that is heartbreaking.
It's for the general community, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah. If you chucked it on in Asda while I was doing my big shop, would I even notice?
yeah, you probably wouldn't. Yeah.
Was I slightly biased by knowing what I was listening for? Maybe. So,
Yeah, I know, that's it.
but the fear, yeah, like for me, it it wasn't the kind of thing that I was going to listen. Like, sorry, not that it wasn't the kind of thing. The big thing for me is that I didn't feel like I was able to care about it,
Yeah.
and I was searching for meaning the whole
Yeah.
time I was listening. I was like, what is this about? Like, I also Dust in the Wind. Is that not a song? Is that not a Neil Young or something?
Is it not like Kansas stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, it's
is it
Kansas,
that?
yeah.
Just in the wind, is it? Yeah, I know.
Can you do that?
I don't know. that's my exact reason with the ethics and all that stuff. It's stealing names, and it's obviously stealing their style of music as well, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's just
Bit strange, but yeah, I really did try to be like, I wanted to be like, oh, this is about this.
that's your traditional, you know, country kind of like slow
Sure.
blues kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
like
totally.
maybe a country song in the style of America or Kansas, and do
Yeah.
like make the song slow and very, you know, like just 4/4 kind of beat,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what it
Walking
said.
pace.
Exactly,
And
that's
it did, yeah. It's followed the prompt.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah,
I guess if the prompt wasn't make me cry,
Yeah.
then maybe I'm looking for the wrong meaning. But with country music, like there's certain country music songs. There's bro country now, like the weird, like drink a beer.
Yeah,
like, not for me. But actual country music is like Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Is the most heartbreaking song of all time. Mm-hmm. Like incredible, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look to that. Whereas I'm not going to listen to the bro one.
No.
And the bro one could be AI. And if it was, go nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Thank you very much, Mark, for this, man. It's been really good insight and all that kind of thing. So
Pleasure.
It's kind of gave me a different kind of outlook on the whole kind of like aspect of things, because I came in here thinking it's going to progress, but like with the things you're saying now, it's like it's got barriers in certain places, like weddings and like funerals. You're not going to use an AI song at them, really. And you can definitely tell when a song's AI and everything like that. And I've learned a lot about ethics, what it actually means to create an AI song. So yeah, but anyway, I thank you very much, Mark.
I appreciate you. I really can never stop talking. So this is great.
Yeah, great. Yeah, give me really good insight. It's really good.
Amazing, man. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Lewis, and this is Mark Tindal.
Peace.
And see you later.